A little girl is selling flowers by the roadside when suddenly a luxury car stops right in front of her. A woman gently asks, "How much for one flower?" The little girl smiles softly and says, "10 rupees, ma'am." The woman takes out a big note from her husband and hands it to the girl. "I'll take all the flowers." A few moments later, the woman walks into the hall holding an old album in her hands. Her eyes are filled with tears. Her husband comes closer and sees her upset. He tries to comfort her, but the woman walks away, crying. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. The man opens the door, and standing there is the same little flower-selling girl. The little girl innocently holds out the money and says, "You still had some change left." At that moment, the woman also comes there. She lovingly takes the little girl inside and serves her food, and the little girl starts eating, as if she hasn't eaten anything for days. The husband takes his wife aside, wanting to say something, but the woman smiles with teary eyes and says, "This little girl, she's so sweet. If our daughter were alive, maybe she would have been just like her." Meanwhile, hearing their conversation, the little girl quietly leaves from there. The husband sighs and says, "Please stop. Forget all this now." The woman rushes outside in panic, but the little girl is nowhere to be seen. She runs toward the gate, but there's no one there either. Her husband gently says, "Please control yourself." A few days later, the husband and wife are standing in a corner of a park talking when suddenly they see the same flower-selling girl again. Slowly, they walk toward her. The woman softly asks, "What happened?" The little girl says sadly, "I couldn't sell anything today, and I still need to buy things for home." The woman instantly smiles and says, "Come here, come with us." A little while later, the husband and wife drop the little girl at her house and also give her some groceries and supplies. The little girl runs inside happily and says, "Mom, Uncle and Auntie bought all this for us." The disabled woman starts giving them prayers and blessings. Suddenly, the woman notices a bracelet, and she freezes right there. In a trembling voice, she asks, Is she your daughter?" The disabled woman looks at the little girl emotionally and says, "She is more than a daughter to me. God sent her as the reason for me to keep living." The woman shows the bracelet on her own hand. Tears begin rolling down her cheeks. Crying, she says, "She is my daughter." Hearing this, the disabled woman's eyes fill with tears too. She cries and says, "I can't separate her from myself. She is my only support in life." Feeling her pain, the woman softly says, "I will come again tomorrow. Until then, please think about it." The next day, the husband and wife arrive there happily. But today, the little girl looks worried because the disabled woman is very sick. And then the mother tells the little girl a truth that changes everything. Love is not made by blood. It is made by feelings. And some relationships are written by destiny itself. If this story touched your heart till the end, then don't forget to like and share the video.